Well, friends, our scripture for this morning comes from the Gospel of Luke. It's the third Gospel, the third book in the New Testament. It's Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. We're going to be close to the end of it at chapter 22. And I'm going to begin at verse 7. The day of unleavened bread arrived, when the Passover had to be sacrificed. Jesus sent Peter and John with this task: "Go and prepare for us to eat the Passover meal." They said to him, "Where do you want us to prepare it?" Jesus replied, "When you go into the city, a man carrying a water jar will meet you. Follow him to the house he enters. Say to the owner of the house, 'The teacher says to you, where is the guest room where I can eat the Passover meal with my disciples?' He will show you a large upstairs room already furnished. Make preparations there." They went and found everything just as he had told them, and they prepared the Passover meal. When the time came, Jesus took his place at the table, and the apostles joined him. He said to them, "I have earnestly desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. I tell you, I won't eat it again until it is fulfilled in God's kingdom." After taking a cup and giving thanks, he said, "Take this and share it among yourselves. I tell you that from now on I will drink from the fruit of the vine until God's kingdom has come." After taking the bread and giving thanks, he broke it and gave it to them, saying, "This is my body, which is given for you. Do this in remembrance of me." In the same way, he took the cup after the meal and said, "This cup is the new covenant in my blood, which is poured out for you. But look, my betrayer is with me. His hand is on this table. The human one goes just as it has been determined, but how terrible it is for that person who betrays him." They began to argue among themselves about which of them it could possibly be who would do this. This is the word of God for the people of all the world. Thanks be to God. So today, we are beginning our stewardship campaign. Woo! Woo! There we go. Stewardship is fun. Woo! We love stewardship. And that's because stewardship is not all about money. Right? Okay, there's a little bit of it that's about money, but the majority of stewardship is not about money. It's about care. And it's about community. And so today we are going to look at stewardship as care. Because if we don't talk about care as we're talking about stewardship, then it really doesn't make sense all that much. Because when we talk stewardship, we remember that everything that we have is God's first. God gave us all of that. The world, the roofs over our heads, the food on our tables, was all first from God. God has entrusted us with a great responsibility to care for all that is God's, all that God has created. So not just our money, not just our monetary resources, but all that we have and all that God continues to give. So we learn a lot from Jesus on the Last Supper, on the night before he died. Today we celebrate World Communion Sunday, the time when people around the world come together and celebrate at table. A table where all are welcome. And so the first thing that we learn, the first thing that is revealed to us in this passage is this. Number one, Jesus entrusted the care of the Passover to two disciples, Peter and John. Jesus entrusted the preparation of his last meal on earth to two imperfect disciples of his that had both shown him many times in the past that they were not worthy, that they failed. Now, yes, Peter had that great revelation. You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God. And then they turn around and say, well, which one of us is the greatest? Right? Peter and John. God entrusts us with the care of the resources that God has given us. Imperfect us, who have failed God more times than we'd love to admit, who are unworthy to untie his sandals. God has entrusted us with earth, with bread, with the vine, with people, with all that God has created and given. And asked us to be good stewards of it. I thought it was interesting. The other day I read an article about how the ice is melting in the Arctic, and they have now created a new trade route up and over the top of the world to send cargo ships. And they were praising this. How wonderful it is that we have this much shorter route to get across the world, right? We don't have to go around the belly of the world. We can just go up over its head. But what does that mean for God's world? We are called to be stewards of all that God has created. The second thing that is revealed, I believe, in this passage this morning is that Jesus gives us a timetable for care. Jesus says, I tell you, I won't eat it until it is fulfilled in God's kingdom. And again, he says, I tell you that from now on I won't drink from the fruit of the vine until God's kingdom has come. Until God's kingdom has come. You are to be stewards until God's kingdom has come. Until I come again in glory. Until this kingdom here on earth, till God's kingdom has come on earth as it is in heaven. Until we look like God in God's image. Keep at it, Jesus says, until my kingdom has come. So perhaps Jesus didn't really place a timetable on it as much as just keep on doing it forever until my kingdom has come, which we do not know the time or place, except that God's kingdom will come on earth as it is in heaven. The third thing that is revealed in this passage this morning is this. Jesus, in gathering for a meal, chose in his last day to care for his disciples. It says, Jesus said, I have earnestly desired to eat this Passover with you before I suffer. Jesus chose on one of the biggest holidays in the Jewish year, chose to spend it with the 12, with his close closest friends, and perhaps even some more. He chose to break bread with them. He chose to sit around a table and reminisce about what's happening in the world. Of course, there's no religion or politics discussed at the dinner table, right? Not really. I'm sure they talked about both. But he chose in that moment to care for his disciples. In John's Gospel, at the Last Supper, Jesus prays for his disciples over the course of 2 chapters. He prays for them. He earnestly desired to eat this Passover with them before he would suffer. In that moment, he gave himself. On the night that they were celebrating, the time in which the Jewish people were delivered from captivity, he broke himself symbolically. He broke bread and he gave a cup of the new covenant, communal, common elements given and poured out for each of them. They did not know what was about to happen as he broke his own body and shed his own blood for humankind. They did not know that later that night he would be arrested. They did not know that he would be beaten. They did not know he would be put on a cross. They did not know that he would die. And they certainly did not know, despite him telling them numerous times, that he would rise again 3 days later. And there's one thing that is for sure. Jesus poured himself out in care even for his betrayer. For his care did not exclude the one he knew had already marked him for death. In fact, Luke mentions his hand. He says the hand of the betrayer is on this table. Sometimes we hold grudges and withhold forgiveness because we don't believe a person is deserving of our love. Sometimes we withhold love and care. Sometimes we refuse to be stewards of all that God has given to us because it's simply others aren't deserving of it. That's what we think. Because others have betrayed us. Maybe they have hurt us. Or maybe it's just simply too hard to love. Yet Jesus broke himself for Judas as well as each of us. When we develop and hone stewardship as care, we no longer withhold things, either material or not. It doesn't matter. We don't withhold our giving. We don't withhold our material possessions. We don't withhold our love, our care, our mercy, our forgiveness, our grace. We care and give simply because God did to all. And God has entrusted us to care for all that God has given us. Stewardship is care. And I hope as we move into communion this morning, that we will ask God, not only will we confess all that is holding us back from loving, but we will ask God to clean our hearts, to give us grace, to make us new. So that all that grace that God gives to us, we can go out into the world. And we can continue to give to others. God has entrusted us with that love. Amen?
Amen.
As we move, before we move into the time of prayer this morning, I invite you to turn in your bulletin. Because it's World Communion Sunday, here's where we start to prepare a little bit. We're going to try